What's going on? Come on in. Come on in. Let's have a conversation because y'all tripping. We need to have a conversation, y'all. Cause it's getting serious and we need to get y'all off these phones. We need to get y'all off of these call center phones. Please. Help me help you. What's that man named Tom Cruise? What Tom Cruise say? Help me help you. Okay? We gotta get y'all off these calls because y'all going crazy on these calls. The inbounds driving you crazy. You taking 80 to 100 calls a day. Your manager is in your face, QA is in your face, the workforce is in your face. The customers on the phones, they got attitude problems. They don't want to verify the information. And you this close to snapping on somebody, knowing that the call is recorded for quality assurance. Okay? Come on, let's get serious, y'all. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got done eating. I got my water because I'm parched. And I gotta get y'all right because y'all playing games. Okay. We gotta figure this thing out. I cannot find my mic that I purposely bought for my live moments and I can't find it. So I have to look for it later. I didn't want to waste too much time trying to find it because we need to dig in. We need to dig in, okay? So we're gonna hop right in. We're gonna go over 4 transferable skills that you already have. Okay. We're talking 4 transferable skills that you currently use at your call center job. And we're going to help you understand what each of these skills transfer over to being a skill set in an entrepreneurship space for you to be able to launch and create your own service based business. I will come back at a later time where we will talk about and we will go over a few examples of different types of service-based businesses to try to give you an idea of a business idea, right? So I want to give you some examples to kind of help get your brain churning. And mind you, these ideas are going to be little to no money. And when I mean little to no money, I mean we're talking like $100 or less, okay? Because as we know, you're not getting paid what you should be getting paid at that call center anyway, right? This is not to the okay, cool. Now, trigger warning because y'all don't be taking yourself seriously, and I don't know what to say. I don't know. And I'm talking to y'all like this because I got 50 million screens going on my computer. Over here, I got my outline to talk to y'all because if I don't have an outline, I'm gonna go off script. And next thing we talk about something that got nothing to do with nothing. Okay, so I have to have my outline. I'm over here looking this way because I have chats, right? And then if I look this way, it's because I'm looking actually at the green dot that's telling me I'm supposed to be looking like this, but I'm doing this and I'm doing this. Okay, so just roll with me for a second. Okay, just roll with me for a second. So I need y'all to not only hear what I'm saying, as far as we got to get you off these phones. I can't just let you hear what I'm saying and you not see what I'm saying and feel what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Cool. All of y'all know what this is. Every last one of y'all. You know what this is. It's probably triggering, right? Trigger warning. Because you deal with this every single day. And you hop on them phones and you take them calls. And half the time, this ain't even working properly. Okay? It's going in and out. It's staticky. It's low. They can't hear you. You can't hear them. There's a lot going on. But guess what? You still got to muzzle through and you still got to deal with it. Right? Right. This is what I'm talking about. We got to get you off them phones. We got to get you off them phones. No more inbound, no more outbound, no more special duties, no more paying attention to your release codes, no more on a phone call with a customer and you got QA reaching out to you telling you don't forget to ask them about, don't forget to mention this. Oh, you didn't say this. Oh, there was 10 seconds of silence on the phones, we're going to take away 2 points. Okay. We got to get you off them phones. Okay. So we're going to go through 4 skills that you currently have, that you currently use every single day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 160 hours a month. You use these skills. So you should know you are more than capable of starting your own service based business. You are more than capable. You have all the tools already. People who are in entrepreneurship, people who have their own business, I strongly believe they should have at least they should have worked at least one call center job. If everybody who's in entrepreneurship have worked at least one call center job, they would have the skills that they need to hone in on their business and get it where it needs to get to. Okay. So the skill sets that you have, that you've learned, that you have excelled at, that you are efficient in, are so valuable and you don't even know it because everybody's thinking cost in the work is not of value. Cost of work is a dead end job. Cost of work is so simple. What's so hard about that, right? What's so hard about answering the phone, right? If they only knew. If they only knew what goes into call center work, it is not for the weak. Between the multitasking and the attitudes and the don't forget this, don't forget that, don't say this, don't say that. Oh, you said that, but we changed the rules and now you can say that, or you said that and now you can't say that. And you got to keep up on all the different policies and procedures and guidelines that they change every 30 seconds and get it right on the phone call or your scores go down. And then your scores go down. Now you got to be on a PIP plan. You see what I'm saying? It's just never, it's always something going on in that call center, okay? We got to get you up out of there. We got to get you up out of there immediately, okay? So let's hop in. Like I said, I'm going to be zigzagging, okay? This way I'm looking at chats. This way I'm looking at my outline. This I'm looking actually at the camera, which well I'm supposed to be doing the entire time, but I don't have the way my what they call it? My ADHD, yeah, the way I set up, that ain't gonna happen. Okay. So don't even look for that from me. Don't do it. Okay. So we're gonna hop right in. First skill set that you currently have, that you have used, is when you interviewed for your call center role. You can take that interviewing skills that you possess, that you gave them to get the job. That interview skill set can be transferable over in entrepreneurship as having the skills to pitch your excuse me, y'all. I've been eating. My bad. Pitching your business, pitching your service. It's the same exact thing. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say right now I am currently getting ready to interview for a position, right, in a call center. I'm going to be a customer service agent or customer service navigator, right? They always try to change the name up, but it means the same exact thing because the same exact pay. Okay. So I'm interviewing and I come in and they say, oh, tell me something about yourself. As what y'all said, well, my name is Adrian. I've been in customer service for 10 plus years. Um, I've worked in all different types of customer service. I've worked in person. I've worked, over the phone. I've worked virtually in the call center. I've worked in restaurants. I've worked in retail stores. I've worked in different types of business. I've worked with business to customer. I worked for business to business. You give them all the breakdown of all the different types of customer service jobs that you have worked, right? Then you go into your skill set. You say, I have been working and doing this for a very long time. I have been managers. I have been a shift lead. I have done training. I've done special duties. Most agents are only trained in this one area, but I'm trained in all 4 of the different areas that we have to offer. When they hire new people, they make them sit with me and have them shadow me and watch my screen and hear my call flow in order to know the correct way to have your call flow, in order for you to hit them QA scores. Okay? Everything you just said, that's exactly the same exact tone and flow you use when you are pitching your business. That's the example that for the interview, right? This is the same exact example, but for business. Hi, my name is Adrian. I've been working in consulting business for over 10 years. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. Some consultants only work in one particular industry or spectrum of things. I do not. I have had clients in all over in different types of industries. I've worked with chefs. I've worked with bakers. I've worked with car detail people. I've worked with car salesmen. I've worked with um, um, women who do hair. I've worked with life coaches. I've worked with all different types of people in different types of industries, and I've been able to help them launch their own business and get that up and off the ground for them to be able to take their skills and their passion and be able to make money from it. That way, whenever the situation comes about and their current job is no longer either serving them or they decide to let them go, instead of them having to go back out here and look for another job, which we all know the job market sucks right now, instead of them looking for another job, I help them create this business to where if the job lets them go, they can go right into retirement and working for themselves because they already have built it up. They've already done the work. They already have the clientele. The only difference is that now you're going to have more time. So you have more time for marketing. You have more time to actually reach out and get those warm leads, and you can focus on things like that more when you don't have that business that's kind of in the way. So you see how I just said who I am. I still get the same experience. I went into different types. So when I was interviewing, I said, "Oh, I know how to call center in all these four different areas. Most agents only work in one area. I work in all four. I sit in business. Most consultants work in one particular industry. I have worked in multiple industries, and I gave you the examples of the different industries that I have worked in, right? Oh, when I'm working in the call center, I'm training people. They're shadowing me. They're kind of getting the gist and they're getting the flow of how things should go and how each call should look like by listening to my calls and watching my screens. Right. All the different agencies that I've worked with, I help them take their skill sets and their passion. They create a business from that said passion. They work with that business. They continue to grow it on a scale that is easily of a pace that they need it to be at. And that way, if their job ever decides to let them go, they don't have to go out here looking for another job. They can just leave that job and go right into their business full force, and now they can schedule themselves, and they now they have their own schedule. They can work when they want to work, and the money's still going to be there whenever they need it for it to be there. You see how that all sounds the same? So when you're interviewing or when you interviewed for your position at the call center, that flow and that mindset of what you were saying is the same exact flow and mindset it is when you are pitching your business. Okay, that is one skill that many do not have. Okay. Many do not have it. They don't know what their skills are. They don't know how it matters. They don't know how it's applied, and they don't know how to make it in a flow. They're talking in a flow, right? And as you know, in call centers, you better be talking in the flow. You better be talking in a flow or you're going to miss something, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You have to have your flow. All right. That is number one. Number two, we're going to go into is multitasking during your calls, right? That is a skill set you have in call centers. You are multitasking during your call. That equates to in a business, it equates to running multiple businesses functions simultaneously. I'm going to give you another example. In the call center, what all are you doing on one call? In a call center job, for each and every call, what all do you have to do? Oh, you don't? Let me help you. You are actively listening to the phone call. You are retaining the information that they're giving you as far as what they are looking for in that phone call. You are reading all of the notes that were already on that person's account. You have to read all the notes to know what they're talking about and what your company is talking about, right? Read all the notes. You are also creating and making your own notes. I'm not done. You also probably more than likely 80% of the time you're going to have your supervisor or QA listening in on your call while you are talking to that customer. And guess what they're doing? They're reaching out to you and they're saying, hey, don't forget to say this, or don't forget to add this to it, or they didn't mention this, so make sure you go over that, or make sure you notate, or you might need to call so and so and get a second opinion on that and see what they say. So not only they're messaging you, you have to read those messages and you have to respond to the message while still on the call, while still not breaking your flow. You're not breaking your flow talking to the customer. You're not having no dead space on that phone. There is no seconds of silence on that space, because you know what that means if you have silence on that phone. I just named 6 things that you are doing on that one phone call. That is multitasking. Okay. And that equates to in entrepreneurship and having your own business. That equates to actually dealing with and working on multiple functionalities in your business simultaneously. What does that mean, Adrian? You are looking out and you're trying to get leads for the business, right? Right. You have to have your services and what you offer available and always available on deck, right? Right. You have to do outreach. So you got to do some type of marketing to get the word out there that you are here and you are available. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that's marketing, right? Then you have your back end. So you have all your automations, you have your systems, you have your payment processors, your products. How are you delivering said products? What should the pricing be? Sales, what should you do for the sales? How much should you give off? What products and services are going to stay, what's going to be faded out and discontinued, what are you going to bring into it that's new, how are you going to keep the people's attention, are you sending out emails? Those are all the same type of things. You're still simultaneously doing that in the business. Same thing as how you're simultaneously on that phone call answering the customer's questions, listening to what they have to say, reading the notes on the account, making your own notes on the account, listening to your supervisor and QA on the phone talking to you. And sometimes it requires you to dial out to a different part of the business, a different department, to get some answers about something that you might not know the answer to. It's the same exact thing. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to go into actively listening to the customers in the call center. Is the same exact thing as identifying clients' needs and pain points. How many times or how many of y'all have been working in a call center and when you were in training, they told you when that customer gets on the phone, they're gonna tell you what they need. Hey, I'm calling because I need to verify, or I need to change this, or I need to fix this, or I need to find out what's going on with my bill. And then what do they tell you to say to them right after they tell you what they need? Hey, I'm calling because I need to take a look at this. I need to take a look at this bill. I need you to explain to me, why is my price so much higher this month than it was last month? I'm not understanding. And you have to respond and saying, thank you so and so for calling. I'll be more than happy to help you figure out what's going on with your bill and why it was higher this month than it was last month. That's actively listening to what they are saying. And you identify the pain point that they are frustrated, right, about their bill. Because you're going to say, thank you so much for calling. Yeah, that can really be frustrating. Pain point. I'll be more than happy to help you figure out what's going on with your bill this month. It's different. Why it's so different than last month? You're actively listening because you repeated back to them what they said and you attached an emotion to it. That's the same exact thing what you just did there in entrepreneurship and having your own business. It equates to you actually identifying their pain points. You're identifying their needs and you're identifying the pain points. It's the same exact thing across the board. Using it in the same exact way. Okay. Another one, this is going to be the last one we're going to go over. We're going to go over explaining companies' policies clearly and explaining company policies clearly, is what you're doing in the call center. What that transfer over to in entrepreneurship and having your own business is you are communicating offers and boundaries. We're going to, of course, as always, I'm going to give you an example. You're on the phone talking to a client. Let's say it's the same one that's calling about the bill. Why my bill is so high? We'll say it's the electric bill, right? Because we all know, honey, that electric bill ain't never consistent. It don't never make no sense. Never makes no sense. They're gonna call and be like, okay, so how was my bill last month? $80, and now you telling me it's $170. I ain't do nothing different. I ain't washed my butt more than last month. I ain't washed no dishes or washed no clothes. I've done everything the exact same. So how did it just jump up $100, right? Once you identify what's going on and what the client needs is, and you identify the pain point, right, which was the last one I just went over with you. Once you identify that, guess what you have to do now? Okay, I know that's frustrating, and I'll be more than happy to help you figure out what's going on with that bill. What's the next thing you ask? Can you please verify your information? I'm gonna need that name. I'm gonna need that address. I'm gonna need that number. I'm gonna need your account number. And then they might have, and most companies now they have you gotta have a PIN number, right? That is you communicating offers and the boundaries of your business as well when you are in entrepreneurship and you are in you're in business for yourself, right? Because when you're working in a call center, you need them to verify that information or you can't help them do nothing. If they don't verify that information, the call ain't nothing else supposed to talk about. And you should know why, you should know that information. I call, you should be able to pull, baby. Even if I had the information here in front of me, you still have to verify. And y'all know, because y'all can go back and forth with the people. They're going to say, but I don't want to get that information over the phone. You should already have that information. Why do I have to say it? This is this is not secure for me to be able to do it this way. And my information was hacked and I had identity theft last month. I'm going to need you to verify that information. I'm going to still need you to do it. And that is you exercising boundaries. You have to, that call center, baby, if you allow them to do what they want to do on an account and you didn't verify the information, baby, it's over for you. You're not working there much longer, if at all. That's almost zero tolerance. That's a liability. So you have to enforce and you have to communicate what is expected of the customer for them to be able to give it to you. And you have to hold on and you got to stand 10 toes on that boundary. Ma'am, I would love to help you, but if you can't give me this, I can't help. I need you to verify that you are the right person on this account. You even have the access or the authority to make any changes or know anything about this account. And it don't matter what they say, they can cry and they can boo-hoo and they can get upset and they can get loud and they can start cussing and they can get all that. You know what I used to do? I used to let them go ahead and cuss. I let them cuss. Oh, you boo. I'm quiet. I ain't said a word. I'm sitting there. They get done. They say, hello? I say, yeah, I'm still here. And I'm gonna need you to verify the information. You still gotta verify it. I don't care. You gotta verify. I'm not losing my job because you don't want to verify your information. You call me. What are you talking about? Right? Same thing. Boundaries with your customers, with your clients, when you have your own business, you have to stick with it. So people who be trying to reach out to you to get your service, when you get your business up and going, because we claiming it, when you get your business up and going and you start having your clients, and now they're starting to reach out to you because they want your services, right? You're gonna have them people who can reach out to you and want a discount. You're gonna have the people who reach out to you say, "Oh, I can't afford that. Is there any way we can do?" Boundaries, ma'am. The price is now, of course, that's your choice. I would not, ma'am. The price is the price. I would love to be able to help you. I would love to be able to service you and your friends and your families and your loved ones and your husband and your kids. But the price is the price. It's about boundaries, y'all. This is the offer, and and your price is that boundary, right? So that's going to be all the ones that I go over for today, right? I just needed y'all to understand that a lot of the skill sets that you are using every single day at your call center job transfer so beautifully over to the same exact skill sets you're going to be using when you start your own business or when you decide to get into the entrepreneurship space. It's the same exact thing, y'all. Y'all just, and I know people make it seem like, call center work, it's not really work. It's it's not that complicated. It's, you can't get nowhere with it. It's a dead end job. This and the third. No, baby. People who have degrees, they can learn a lot from working in a call center. People who have degrees can learn a lot working in a call center. I said what I said and I meant it. They can learn so much more in a call center than they ever could learn in no school. Because guess what? In the call center is actual experience. They'll tell you all the time, people who graduate from college. They graduate from college, right? They have all this knowledge now, but they don't have any actual what? Experience. And because they don't have the experience, ain't nobody trying to hire them. They don't hear that paper say. You don't have any experience, but guess what you got? Experience without the paper. And if you know anything, the experience matters more. You can get in on experience and then go turn back around if you want to and then and get that paper. But the paper is not, I feel like it should be a requirement to work in the call center, because every skill you think, any skill you think you're going to need or know for a fact you're going to need, you're going to learn it in that call center. I guarantee you're going to learn it in that call center. Okay. So I wanted to hop on to kind of give you insight into you thinking you don't have anything to offer. You do. You have a lot to offer. You're not seeing it um in the right lens. And I was hoping that the four examples I gave you today will help give you those new insights or a new set of eyes when you're looking at the skills that you currently have. All right. Because you have enough right now to do what you need to do to get that business up and going in no time. I'm talking like maybe 2-3 days. You can get it up and going. I promise you can. Okay. So with that being said, that is what happens when you work with me, right? I work with women who work in call centers. I help you take your skills and create service-based businesses with those skills, or business. It don't have to be multiple, but business, whatever, right? So to break it all down, we go over what your skill sets are, right? And then we name it, we price it, we get that LLC, and we get that bank account. Okay. After we get those things solidified for you, then the next 30 days after that, you will receive from me a very detailed plan and outline of what you need to be doing the next 30 days to get that ball going before for you to be able to pick up clients. Okay. That is what I do. Now, if you would like more information, whether it's about creating your own offer, or you want to look into different types of service-based businesses that are out here, whether it's the traditional type or the unique type, I do have, if you click on the link that's going to be in the description, right? It's going to take you to my page where you can download a 30-minute offer map, which is going to help you walk through how to create your own offer in less than an hour, right? And you have the other option to grab the other thing that I have for you there, which is going to be 50 service-based businesses that you can start with little to no money, right? For like $100 or less. That's also available through that link that's going to be in the description. Okay. Both of those are for free. They are both for free in exchange for that email. Hey, I had to do it. It had to happen. Okay. Now, there's other things that you can get in there as well. So another thing is it's called Office Hours with Adrian. If you use that, it's basically a form that you can fill out where you can give me as much detail as possible, and then you ask me a question and then I will answer your question. The other option that's in there is going to be the option to actually work with me one-on-one to get you up and going. And the other option on that is going to be for you to work with me in a group setting. And the way that is set up, right? So the group coaching is if you and 3 of your friends, it has to be at least 4 of you and 3 of your friends get together and say, okay, we want to hire Adrian to help us get this up and going. Whether it's one business with all 4 of you or 4 separate business all together, right? If you have 3 friends and y'all all want to come in on and hire me to do that, you can do that as well. Okay. So you can either hire me for one-on-one, just me and you, or you can hire me for you and 3 others of your friends. That option is also available and is set up for the pricing for that as well. Okay. So I'm not going to need much of your time. Okay, y'all? We're going to get everything together. We're going to go over your skill sets. We're going to go over what you enjoy doing. Then we're going to name it. We're going to price it. LLC bank account. And then you're going to get the full layout and game plan for the next 30 days of what you need to be doing to get your first clients. Okay, so take a look at the freebies. Go ahead and grab those, download those. If you are interested in actually booking a session, please feel free to book the session. If you just want to ask a question, feel free to ask the question. All of those buttons are provided in the link that will be in the description. Okay, so please feel free to take a look around. Let's book me and let's get you going. Okay, I have 100% confidence in all of you that you already have what you need to be able to do the things that you want to do. Let's get you up off them phones. Okay, because they're going to drive you crazy. It doesn't go away. They're going to continue to drive you crazy. Okay, let's get you off them phones. Let's get you something working out on the side. You get what I'm saying? Get that up and going. Get your clientele. Get the build up. Get the time in. And when they decide they want to let somebody go in that call center, you ain't got to worry about it. You can say, guess what? Okay, that's going to be my last. That's my last job working for somebody else. I think I'm a bow out and then let's go all in my business and allow myself to schedule whatever I want to schedule, work when I want to work, don't work when I don't want to work. I ain't got to answer to nobody and live life a little more freely. And I'm here for it because as women, we deserve that. Hands down, we deserve it. Okay, so I will be in contact. Please take a look at the link in the description because I would love for you to grab the freebies at least. And I will see you on the next video. Until then, y'all take care.